We'll start. Normal coach will make an opening statement. We'll take questions from the players and then coach.
Obviously, another great game in the series and in the rivalry. You know, I think our guys understand, you know, what it means, certainly to both states, both communities, both universities. You know, it's a high-level game. You can throw the records out the window. I said that all week. I learned that in the last 2 years. You know, first of all, I thought they played really well, made some plays, and I want to give Kim and his kids a lot of credit. He had them ready to play, and they played on a big-time stage in a big-time environment well. I thought our guys really responded well. I thought everything that we have been through to this point surfaced today and really tested our mental toughness. And I was most proud of how they stayed together. You know, we had some shots that didn't fall for us, in particular in the first half, but I thought we took care of the ball. And I thought in the last 8 minutes of the game that we played with more purpose than we had in those situations previously, other than one possession I'll have to talk to these guys about later. But it worked out for us. But other than that, I thought we had a lot of purpose. Thought we executed well, and was really just proud of their grit. And they found a way. They really came together. We had a great spirit about us today. The guys that came off the bench, our reinforcements, were ready to go. I thought everybody was 10 toes in today, which has kind of been our motto. And I was really happy for our team, for our guys. Ahmad, first time playing in the series. Ray, Nana, you know, obviously Tracy in a different situation, sitting out. You know, those guys that are older, you know, certainly you know, left the series on a bang. Ray, obviously, in the second half was an absolute monster at both ends of the floor. I thought Starks really made plays for us, especially in the second half. He got in a groove, and you could just tell that look in his eye. I thought he played with a lot of passion, a lot of energy. I thought Cosby's ability to dig out rebounds late in the game, I mean, against size, he just went up and got them and gutted them out. I thought those plays were huge. And other guys made plays throughout as well. It truly was a total team effort. And I know these guys are looking forward to getting back home, getting a few days off, spending Christmas with their families, and then we'll reconvene and start to get ready for Kennesaw State, who we play on the 27th. Questions for the players?
Ray, throughout your career, state championships, games in college here at Drake, biggest shot you've ever hit, is that right there at the top?
Yeah, that'd probably be the top one. I mean, coaches drew up a great play, and we executed the plan.
When's the last time you beat the buzzer to win a game? That happened before?
It's been a while, but usually they're not that close, like when I was little. But I mean,
Orange and blue scrimmage?
Yeah, my bad.
Same thing.
Rayvonte, what went through your mind when that ball went through the net?
I mean, you just try to shoot. Every time you try to shoot, you try to make it. So I mean, thought it was going in, and it happened to fall.
Rayvonte, when you maybe reflect back a little bit and try to look at the big picture of, you know, transferring, coming here, is this a moment that makes you think it's all worthwhile? You could, you know, maybe kind of reflect on your emotions.
Yeah, at first I didn't understand like how big of a rivalry this is, but yeah, I mean, it's a big game. I mean, fans can't wait to come to it all year, and we're just glad we came out on top.
You took that final shot. I mean, did you see it go in, or did you tumble backward before you actually saw it go in?
No, I saw it go in, and then it kind of tackled me. Then it tackled me, and then I didn't see anything after that.
You just hear the noise.
Yeah.
Ahmad, can you just talk about when you got to go into the second half? I mean, you've kind of had some struggles shooting the ball, and you know you scored in the past, but talk about what it felt like to kind of get it going there in the second half.
It was a great feeling. We ran, you know, a few actions that were able to just free myself up and allow me to make a play, and though what presented itself were, you know, a few jump shots to kind of get a rhythm going, and I mean, it was a great feeling, of course.
Ahmad, I want to ask you as a point guard, as a floor general, to describe Aaron's game today, because in a way I think you could argue that it was his best game as an Illini.
Oh, he did a little bit of everything. You know, like he made some toughness plays on the defensive end, and like Coach said, those rebounds were great. Like watching him do that, like I was really happy for him. Well, I'm right there, and he's grabbing those rebounds. A couple of long ones, couple ones he went up and snatched. So I think he did a great job. We need that big time.
Rayvonte, down here. Can you take us through that last sequence from the time you had the ball and what you saw? I mean, they switched a couple times, and what was going through your mind, and as things developed, what happened and how you wound up with the shot you wound up with?
I mean, the plan was to get the switch, and I mean, we got that, and just attacked. I mean, I just saw an opening. I mean, he gave me too much space, and just pulled up.
Ahmad, I don't know what, I don't know if the Oregon State-Oregon basketball game is the Civil War, like the football game. Have you had a game in your long career, you know, that's like this one with the intensity, the half-half thing, or, you know, whatever, that just lives up to what this was today?
Yeah, my college school, the Oregon State is a pretty intense one, though. It's very similar to this. You know, everybody's getting up for it. It's crazy from start to finish. But this one's obvious. I can see this one being, you know, a little bigger. It's just the fans are going crazy. The half and a half, and more people in the gym. But it's right up there. I love this one, and I hate that I only get one chance at it, though.
Rayvonte, what goes through your mind when you see your teammates bull rushing you after you made the shot?
I mean, it's just a great feeling. I mean, we all out there playing for each other, just doing everything we do for each other. I mean, try to cover up for each other's mistakes, and it just felt great.
Both of you guys, I wanted to ask you first about what you thought about the uniforms, and then Ahmad, I wanted to ask you what, if you've ever been involved in a moment like this with the shot going in, and it's kind of an atmosphere, and then the celebration that you guys had.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've been where another person on my team has hit the game-winning shot. I've hit one myself, but I've never been. It was a great feeling watching it. And I've seen Ray do it time in and time out since I've been here, and honestly, I had great confidence that the shot was going in. So it was a great feeling once it happened, and I just wanted to give him a big hug after he did it.
Uniform.
Yeah, I mean, they're great. I mean, it was a great occasion to bring them out, and I mean, it was a great game.
Anything else for these two? All right. We'll let them go see their family.
Questions?
Over here, John.
Am I still back? There we go. Go ahead.
Over here, Jim.
Yep.
Can you go a little, you know, flesh out what you're talking about everything that's happened this season up to this point, bubbled up to the surface again today, and you had to deal with it? Can you get into that?
Well, I thought we had to deal with some adversity. I thought that was good. You know, we had to deal with the guy making his first three of the season. You had to deal with another guy, you know, the ball looked like it was going in and out and then in and out, and then it fell for them. I think he had made 5 on the season, you know. But in this game, players make plays. I mean, they do. It doesn't surprise me. You know, I thought Wes Clark was terrific as well. Thought they really made some plays. Thought they played with a lot of grit. I thought it was a high-level college basketball game. And our ability to stay together and to close it out, you know, I thought was a huge deal. You know, we had one possession there where we didn't get exactly what we wanted, and Ray bailed us out with a shot. But other than that, for the most part, I liked our execution, and I thought we were very precise with it. I thought guys' focus and concentration was better. We really challenged them the last week or so, Steve, to focus and concentrate at an abnormally higher level than what we were doing. And I thought they did that. They did that all week. I thought they did that today. We threw different things at them and changed coverages and did all kinds of different things throughout the game. And you know, we had a bust late on a blob defense deal. But other than that, you know, I thought our execution was better.
Coach, what went through your mind when Rayvonte hit that last shot there?
Well, honestly, the first thing that went through my mind was I was happy for the team and happy for our guys because of the way they fought. The second thing that went through my mind was he deserves it. He works when no one else is watching. I mean, he's in the gym early. He shoots on game day, probably more than I'd like for him to shoot because I'd like for him to save his legs. But he comes in early, gets shots up on game day. This summer, the number of times that I saw him, I might go back to the office to grab something, and he's in there in a full sweat, and the gun or the shoot-away machine says he's up to 700 and some threes. Ray has made himself into a shooter. You know, he's self-made. You know, that he did a lot of great things in his high school and his collegiate career prior to Illinois. But I think if you talk to most people and you looked at what he had done prior, that may not have labeled him as a shooter. And he's worked his tail off to add that dimension to his game. It's been important to him. And, you know, so that was kind of my next thought. Like, he deserved it. I mean, it's what, you know, he prepared for this moment, and when the moment came, he took advantage of it and he made it. So it's a great lesson for some of our guys when you invest like that and you get a chance to experience the fruits of your labor.
John, can you discuss Malcolm's maturation from his freshman year to his sophomore year? Last year in this game, I think he played 4 minutes, didn't score. Looks like he's gotten bigger. Then he played 31 minutes, scores 10
Yeah,
minutes.
Malcolm's a big part of what we do. I mean, he's, you know, skilled and scores at all 3 levels. And, you know, I think he has really improved. He's gotten stronger. He's more physical. You know, he has matured. He's working to, you know, at this juncture I mentioned yesterday, trying to become more consistent, you know, with his production and what he brings to the table. Really, that's a mindset for him. I've just seen a tremendous amount of growth with him in all facets, person, player, student, over the last year.
John, there's been a lot of attention paid to Aaron's offensive game and the struggles he's had there, but what does it say about him that he came down and made the two rebounds, had a steal there down the stretch?
Some of those rebounds he had, I mean, we went small there. We went with 4 guards late, and a couple of those that he dug out were, you know, looked like, you know, someone was holding his head underwater. And he just was going to get it no matter what, and he dug them out. I thought his attitude was terrific. I thought he took care of the ball really well. 0 turnovers in 26 minutes. I know he was a little disappointed with some of the turnovers he had Wednesday night. He really worked in practice. You could just tell it was on that. It was on his mind. I thought he played the game the right way, and I thought defensively he was terrific. I thought he defensive rebounded. He was a big reason, obviously, we were able to come out on top.
John, over here. That last play, was there any thought of having anybody else involved with that and having anybody but Ray do it, or was that just no-brainer, we're going to make something happen with him?
Maybe in some situations, because we got a lot of talented guys if they're on one, but I felt like he had that look in his eye. We drew up a lot of things for him there in the second half, and of course he's the one who made the big pass to Nana for the dunk with about a minute. I don't have to look at the play-by-play, but between a minute and 2 minutes to go in the game. He made plays. He just had that look in his eye. Then he was really, I thought he was really good defensively. You know, what makes Ray special is Ray can rebound, Ray defends, Ray plays offense. You know, and this year I think he's found a way to do it with a, you know, very, very good spirit, very good heart, and a very good mindset. And when you put all that together, you know, Paris Parham's phrase, I think one of you guys used it earlier, was he's crushing life. That's just kind of how he is right now, and hopefully he can continue to be in that groove.
John, everybody loves LeBron's enthusiasm and exuberance and energy and so forth, and yet he got a little bit on the other side of the line. I know you were talking to him on the way out at halftime. What kinds of things do you tell him to keep playing hard?
Well, I told him those plays are gone now. You can't get them back. You need to learn from them. I want him to still be physical and aggressive and play with motor, but we've got to do it in a way that doesn't put us in those positions. He knows that. You know, LeBron knows that. But he plays with a lot of emotion and passion. It's a big reason why he's here, you know, because that's what's served him well. Just trying to find that balance.
Although he's still putting up some numbers, seems like Malcolm's kind of hit a little bit of a wall the last 3 games and hasn't been as efficient on offense or defense, maybe. Can you talk about where he's at and what he needs to do?
Well, I don't think he's hit a wall at all, but I think his awareness there, even late in the game today, just had a couple plays here and there where his awareness needed to be a little bit better. But we'll take a look at it on film, and you know, he'll grow and get better from it. But we're a different team, you know. Just because a guy scores a lot of points in the next game he doesn't, and then I fully expect that. You know, this is not a one-man band. You know, we've got multiple guys that can do it. Starks can do it. Cosby can do it. Nunn can do it. Hill can do it. Egwu can do it. You know, Rice does it. You know, I mean, we've got multiple guys that can do that. Heck, Tate was almost in double figures the other night with eight free throws without taking a shot. We just got multiple weapons. It's a different team than last year. You know, to say that a guy who scores blank on one night and then maybe doesn't quite get double figures for a couple games and then does it again. When I talk about consistency with Malcolm, I'm talking more about the mental approach, attention to detail, his ability to do little things right night in, night out. And I think that's the challenge for him. He's much better than he was last year, for sure. And I know he's looking forward, and so are we, to him taking another step when it comes to that.
Hey, Jeff, Missouri has struggled against some of the better teams they've played this year. How did they look different today compared to what you saw in film coming in?
Well, I thought they played well. I don't coach their team. You'd have to ask him what he thought. But I thought they, again, I thought they played as good or better than any time I've seen them on the film. And I've watched a lot of them, obviously, coming into the game. And so, it's one of those games where the game that's played the last 3 years now I've been a part of, you hate to, you don't want to be on the losing end because both, you got Christmas coming, right at you. But the reality of it is I thought they played really well. They had guys step up and make plays. I thought they played with energy and enthusiasm and emotion, and that's just kind of what the game's about, I think. I mean, some of you guys have been here longer with the game than I have, but that's what I've been able to gather in 3 years. I mean, I thought they played really, really well.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys. Happy holidays. Safe travels.